Well, good day everybody from Hog Haven Family Farms. We're into July now. It's the day after the 4th. I'm just out here checking on cows. I made the move yesterday, and so I just wanted to make sure everybody settled in okay. And I wanted to kind of show a little trick that maybe others are doing, maybe not. So I'm just sharing it here to see if anybody could use this. I needed a bit of string, and so I just used a blue post because I mostly have white. So then that way it's easy for me to say, okay, yep, that's my blue one. It's got a little bit of the 9-wire electric on it. And I needed it for today because what previously was done before me is some line was tied into a tree. I typically don't tie into trees, but this was done already. It's already here. Landowner said I could just keep it as is. And so then I'm doing that. But I didn't want my electric fence to just ground out on a big oak tree. So I'm going to show you what I've done here. I'll flip the camera around. Okay, so I came in with the hot line, which is the second one down, and came into an insulator. And so you can see all of this smooth wire is tying into that tree. But then this is not a physical barrier. It's just smooth line, like 4-wire smooth line. If cows wanted to push through that easily, they could. And so then what I've done is tied onto electric, came out to a couple temporary posts, and then tied back into the fence after the tree, after an insulator. And so that is going to save me having to try to take all of this off of this tree and then have insulators go all the way through. It's just going to be a lot of work, and so this is an easy fix for that. And I'm going to make sure that, especially since I'm using solar on this particular piece, that I'm not just going to drain my batteries because I'm connected into a big oak tree. So that's what I'm doing today. Let's see if we can find the cows on this piece. They've been in here for one day, and I'm amazed already at the amount of trampling and eating that they've done. It's amazing. Cows are just truly incredible tools for land management. And it's cool that you can use land management and also create beef, which is a wonderful protein, and I'm very excited about it. So we'll give them some mineral here. Just want to check on everybody, make sure we've got everybody. Since I've got the 1 wire, you can see it along here that's keeping them in. Temporary posts. And here I said I didn't have many blue posts. Apparently I used a few for this particular stretch, but there they are. We got everybody here. So they're just loving probably this rain we've been getting. It kind of keeps the bugs off of them, and they've been doing pretty well. You can tell that they've just been eating like kings and feeling good. So I'm gonna bring them up, give them some mineral, and kind of get them situated with this piece so they know where I'm gonna be meeting up with them, because water is down this way that they're gonna be using. So I want to keep the mineral on the other end, and that is what's going to keep them utilizing this whole piece. If I brought mineral all the way down over here, you know, they would just loaf and eat here, but I want them to use this whole piece. So, and then I got to be setting up for the next run. To be honest, I haven't thought much about that yet. I'm not sure where I'm going to want to go next on this bigger piece back here. So I've got some walking to do to figure that out for myself. Once I get up here a little ways, I'm going to call them and get them moving up to me. I don't like calling them too close, because then they like to follow right on my heels. Car is up here a little ways. Yep. Yep. Woo! Woo! Yep. I'll see if that gets them moving up here. They look like they're pretty comfortable, but I would still like to make sure that they've got good mineral. I've been giving them kelp lately. We had the vet out here. The bull's been with them and continually, because I've got such a small herd, to be honest with you. I just want calves, but I need to be a little more thoughtful in my planning, and I want to calve on pasture, so I'm looking at probably April, May calving. April can still be pretty brutal here in Minnesota, so May would be ideal. That's when we've got lots of lush grass. The cows will actually have lots of lush grass before they calve, giving them plenty of goodness in their body to deal with a calf and to feed one. And then as the calves are born, they're born on good pasture as well. So you can tell that this has not been grazed for a long time. I mean, there is a lot of old seed heads in here, and so I am excited to be doing the job. I have to say, I love this work. This is not my full-time job. I do this all on the side, and it has to work for the family. And my kids are older now. They love helping me. They love being out here with me. I've got a wife that supports this dream and supports my work going forward and my dreams of where this might go. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So this piece is probably, I was gonna say 15 acres. It might be 20. I haven't really measured it out. I'm just giving them chunks of this bigger woods as I can, and what makes sense with what I can find for old 2-track trails from previous use up here, previous farming. But the cows will munch this all down pretty well. And then I'll probably come back through here once before I start making the move back to the farm for winter. I need to get them back to the farm for winter because that's where I've got good water. To be honest, I'd love to keep working here and put in some sort of solar well. I just don't have the funds for that because I would want it to be winterized so that way I can bale graze up here, keep them up here. They can find their own shelter belts in the woods, and as long as I'm not misplanning on when I'm going to calf, then it should all work. But for now, I'm playing it safe and bringing them back to the farm, because boy, I'll tell you, you can get some incredible snow here in Minnesota, and that can really put you in a situation if you're not prepared for it. I could always overwinter them at my place so I could keep really good tabs on them. I've got good pasture there that's easily accessible. My house is in the center of it, and I've got pasture all the way around. So just trying to figure this all out as I go and what's going to work best for winter time. I do hate cleaning out a barn and then trying to figure out with manure, because I do not have the equipment or capital to do that. All right, here's my trusty vehicle. I'll tell you what, farming out of this thing is pretty awesome. Everybody says, oh, you gotta have a four-wheeler. To be honest, I walk a lot, and this thing gets me to and from work, as well as lets me farm out of it. And guess what? If it rains, I can stay dry. I can put equipment inside of it. I can hook on a trailer. I can tow that down the road. Towing capacity on it's not terrible. for what I'm doing right now. I mean, obviously I'm not putting a stock trailer behind it. I've got a truck for that. But for being out here bombing around the woods and doing my thing, this is about perfect. So, well, I guess the cows must be pretty full. I don't think they're following me up here. I didn't continually call them either, but usually they're pretty good about coming up. So I'll get some mineral and whatnot out here, and then we can figure out the rest. I think that's it for today, everybody. Hopefully you are enjoying the video. This is real life. This is me out here doing it and trying to get into farming and build a farm from scratch with no one's help other than just our immediate family. I was born into a farm, but my life took a certain direction that it didn't allow me to stay on the farm itself. And that's still being farmed today by a sibling and my father, but it just doesn't work for me to be a part of that, and I just can't get it out of my blood, and so I'm doing it on my own. Don't let people tell you that you can't do this. I mean, it is not true. You can. What you want to do, where there's a will, there's a way, like legit, like that is real. And just know that you got to be flexible. You got to figure this stuff out. You're obviously, worst thing you can do is just go buy a piece of land. I mean, that is a recipe for a disaster. You're going to have the payments that you're never going to be able to keep up with as you're trying to build up something. And so you got to find something to rent, and then you just make it work. You go from there. You figure it out. You learn. You continually grow and build it in a way that it is sustainable and that you can continue to do this work into the future, regardless of what's happening around you. So that's my little bit of a soapbox today. I was hoping to end this video showing you all, you know, giving the cattle mineral and some kelp, but they're not cooperating this morning. I think they're lounging, and they're interested in staying put and enjoying the cool weather, I think, that we're finally getting here in Minnesota. So I guess that's it for today. I'll stop blabbing at everybody here, and have a wonderful rest of your July, and I'm sure I'll see and be posting videos shortly. Take care, everybody.